All right, Game Freak, let's see what you're cooking. And there's a sketchbook. We got a fellow artist. This is giving anime intro. It's the ocean calling you. The wind and the waves! Plenty of different environments, which is good. Browt, I'm picking you! I'm picking you! We're going underwater? Alright, hey guys. We are going to watch this Pokemon Winds and Waves trailer. I'm super excited. I'm a little late to the party. It's been almost 2 weeks since this trailer dropped, but it's already garnered millions of views. Garnered, that was such a fancy word I used. It's not even that fancy. We are going to watch this trailer, and I'm super hyped. I've been hearing so many good things. I, unfortunately, have already seen the starters, so yeah. But I'm still excited because I want to see the new region, and I do want to see the starters again, and I have a little challenge coming up after the trailer that I want to do, a little art challenge, if you will. So without further ado, let's hit play, and let's watch this trailer. I love that they started with the winds and the waves sound effects. Very beachy, very vacation-y. And there's a sketchbook. We got a fellow artist. Another fellow artist in the trailer. Oh. This is giving anime intro. Anime intro to maybe an isekai. Beautiful. Also, this artwork's insanely pretty. I love the watercolor look. This is sick. Oh! Pikachu. Who is it? It's the ocean calling you. Oh. What? Different Pikachu with different outfits? All on vacation mode? Oh, that was cute. They high-five tails. Wow. Game Freak. Alright, Game Freak. Let's see what you're cooking. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. The wind and the waves! I'm sorry, they look good! Sheesh! Okay, this is looking kind of good. Those waves. Y'all, they got the waves down! Okay. That water simulation just looks incredible. The Pokemon are looking much better this time around. There's not a lot of popping in, popping out. Granted, this is just a trailer, but still. Plenty of different environments, which is good. Very different from Legends ZA, which was all in the city. And there's our starters. There's my boy Browt! I'm sorry, I already seen Browt. I've seen all of them, but... Ah! Browt, I'm picking you! I'm picking you! Pombon is cute too, and Gecqua, but Browt has a special place in my heart. Oh my gosh, this looks sick. The wind and the waves. Hello. We are going underwater! I'm so sorry. I did not mean to overblow the mic, but like, we're going underwater? We've never gone underwater in a Pokemon game. Pokemon. Winds and waves. Now, which one am I gonna get? Am I gonna get both? No, I'm not gonna get both. From first glance, I think I'm going with winds. One of my favorite colors is green. I mean, so is blue, but... Okay, released in 2027. Let's go. Game Freak, please cook. Please take the extra time to cook on this game. Dang, that was a sick trailer. I'm hitting it with a like. That was insane. Okay, I may be overhyping, I may be glazing, but that was a really good trailer. Just I know the bar is a little bit low right now with the last 2 releases of Pokemon games, but I'm hoping that Game Freak is in their redemption arc, because that looked a lot better graphics-wise. It looked a lot more fleshed out, and I'm just excited to see the world. Like, it already looked like a big open world type thing, but it also went underwater, so there's like a whole nother layer. That was like a whole like Tears of the Kingdom, by the way, there's another layer to the world. And so, man, I'm excited. Oh, and if we're going underwater, there's gonna be a lot of water types, so my Browt's gonna literally slay everything in in that biome, I guess is what you would call it. But anyway, that was the Pokemon Winds and Waves trailer. That trailer got me so hyped for next year's release that I want to kind of do a little bit of an art challenge. I have been seeing, even before the trailer, I've seen on Reddit and in the interwebs that there is not controversy per se, but there is a lot of discussion on the starters and honestly how a little simplistic that they look. I would make the argument that every starter in every generation has been more on the simple side, but this is getting people guessing on what the final evolution of these starters are going to be. So I'm going to give myself a little art challenge and design the final evolutions of each of the starters. And I'm super excited to do this because I am primarily a background artist in animation, so I draw a lot of the environments and never the characters. And so I'm going to be doing a little bit of creature design this time. And let's get right into this. All right. Okay, so the challenge is I'm going to have to redesign, or not redesign, I'm going to have to predict what the starter final evolutions would be. I already got Pombon with me. I wanted to start with Pombon just because he looks like a dog, and I'm going to take you through my thought process. So, Pombon, obviously, let's jot some notes down. Pombon is a Pomeranian. And if it's not, then that's crazy because bro is truly looking like a Pomeranian dog. So let's see, some other obvious things. So I'm just gonna take some notes because I want these elements to inform my final design whenever I make the final evolution. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so Pomeranian, fire dog. Let's see, the flame on the top of the head is pretty prominent. Flame on head. So we got some designs here, or we got some elements here. We got Pomeranian, fire dog, flame on head, Southeast Asian influence, lion's mane. So let me just start sketching out a base for the dog. So we're gonna have, I'm thinking like the head is gonna be like this kind of, or I'm just sketching out the basic shapes. So like this would be the head and chest area, and then the back leg type thing. I did not warm up at all. My warm up this morning was a cup of coffee. So that is my warm up. That's my warm up. What are you gonna do about it? So yeah, I'm just gonna do like as if I'm sketching a head, right? But I just want the angle of the face. So I'm thinking right off the bat, I want this dog to be a bit more like, not royalty, you know, like he's kind of like,
oh my god, bro. Oh hell no, man. What the?
You know what I'm saying? I'm not good with words. This is why I'm an artist and I draw things visually. But yeah, I'm just going with how I feel. And you know, this is gonna be tough because I know there are other Pokemon out here that look similar in design, and so I don't want to copy it, and I already am seeing that it's looking already a little too familiar. But I'm just getting my ideas down, all right? Okay, editing Michael here. I decided to speed up this clip because I was yapping way too much, and I can assume y'all didn't want to watch me draw very slowly for like 8 minutes straight. So I sped it up. This design was really fun, as you can see, and cut. I ain't gonna lie, for my first sketch off the rip, does this not look like this? Does this not look like this evolved from this?
Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, I'm thinking it does. Okay. Before I get further into this design, want to hit a pause here because I want to hit the other two Pokemon before I come back to this. Kind of let these ideas simmer in my mind, and then whenever I come back, maybe I'll have some like fresh new thoughts. We have Gecqua here. Gecqua's a sassy little one. Like, look at its lashes. It's like super sassy. Maybe sassy is not the right word. I don't know. Let's try to get some notes off of this. So definitely Gecko right off the rip. You know, let's be specific. Water Gecko. Because we out here being correct. Water Gecko. And another prominent feature that I want to see in the final design is those eyelashes. Eyelashes on, what did they call it back then? I don't think this is a fleek. I don't know if this is, I don't think that's used anymore, but eyelashes on fleek. See, I like the tail. I think it would be cool if the tail was bigger in the final design. Big, tail big. Okay. I think these are some solid notes to start off with. We are not making this water Pokemon bipedal. I think that's the word, right? Bipedal. We are not making this water Pokemon bipedal because the Pokemon Company keeps doing that too much, and we are not doing that. We're gonna have this Pokemon on all floors, we're gonna have this Pokemon on all fours, and it's gonna be a menace on all fours, you know? So I'm thinking, let's start out with a base. And this is how simple we're gonna start out. Head, boom. Body, curves. Like a lizard on all fours. Yo, this is looking a little crazy. Also, I chose to draw this at such a weird angle that I'm not sure if this is working out. Maybe like with Pombon. Sorry, keep leaning back on my chair. Maybe like with Pombon, I'm just going to take a pause, come back to it, kind of let my thoughts settle, because I am excited to move on to my boy Browt. Okay, sorry, Brout's best boy. You know I'm starting with Browt. I have always started with water or fire types growing up because water and fire are so cool. In like water, fire, and then there's grass. Like, I ain't gonna do no grass. I'm not gonna, anyway. I think the only grass starter that I started with was when I went back to play the older games, probably Bulbasaur. So like the OG. I also just really like owls. I think this is an owl. I could be wrong. It looks like an owl. I'm gonna say leaf owl. You can come at me at the comments. Maybe it's not an owl. Maybe it's like some type of other bird. I'm going with owl. Deal with it. Leaf eyebrows. Definitely big. Leaf brows. Boy's name is Browt, okay? Of course we're gonna have brows to be the highlight. Angry. I know he doesn't look that angry in this picture. He doesn't look that angry in this picture. I won't lie to you. But Let me get another reference image for Browt to show you how angry bro is. People are already doing fan art of him. This is hilarious. This guy. Look at him. He's like, his stare is saying, if you don't choose me, I'm gonna kill you. Like that. I love that. Anyway, if I'm thinking owl, bro's gonna be majestic and he's gonna be standing up straight. What if he's like a mad scholar? Genshin reference. What if he is a scholar and he's looking mad?
A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts.
You know who I'm kind of thinking of? My boy Wan Shi Tong from Avatar: The Last Airbender. This is who I envision. This is the transformation that I want to see. Ooh, they almost look like ears here, and I kind of like it. And what I think is cool here, oh, I'm onto something. Cause like, you know how owls, yeah, their beaks kind of shift downward. So this is the beak right here already. Should I give him an under eye too? Ooh, sick. Should I make his... Here, let me just try it before asking. Let me just see if it works. I'm wondering if we move his head up. Yeah. I think this is working. Well, okay, we don't want to give him a 5 head, right? I'm gonna keep it like here. Look at that! I would play as this Pokemon. I mean, I would want this Pokemon on my roster. Like, oh, and you know what this could be? Because, like, he's all about... So, you know, we're giving him the impression that we're like, creating the vibe that he's, like, a librarian or some type of scholar or that he's smart. So what if you give him, like, this gem? Like a knowledge gem or whatever. Like, you know? That'd be cool. Also, it would help like break up the design because I would make it red. Since he's primarily green, I would use a contrasting color and I would make it red. Okay, I think this is a good base for all three of them. Yeah, let's look at them again. Solid, kind of. I need to work on those back legs. Solid. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean up these images, start doing the line art for them. Then I'll come back, talk about what I did, and then after that, we'll move on to coloring and we'll finish this up. Okay, cool. I will see you guys in a bit. Here's the point that we've gotten to. Ready? Let me turn this off. Okay. So the line work isn't completely finished. I'm not gonna do the sharpest line work or anything, but it's pretty much there. And now we get to move on to the coloring stage. So we, as an I, made the executive decision just to have this last section, in a time lapse because I was watching it back and I didn't want to bore you guys with the coloring process, because what I'm essentially doing is I'm just color picking from the original designs and adding them into my designs. You know, I was trying to keep and be mindful of the amount of color I was using. So in these designs, there's usually 2 to 3 colors with, you know, one main color, a sub color, and then maybe a tertiary color. So I was just being cognizant of the balance of all those colors together and making sure that they were in harmony. Yeah, there's not much to it other than that, and so far the coloring has been the fastest and the easiest process. And if you also are an artist and you're trying to design your own creatures and characters, you know, the color does play a big part in the design, but once you get that initial line work in, which really tells you what the design is, then it's kind of smooth sailing from there. You know, you're setting up your foundational blocks, and then, you know, you're able to just piggyback off of that for the rest of the ride. So yeah, I ended up coloring these. I'm not showing the final product yet because I'm about to in the final reveal, but these were so much fun to do. You know, it felt like I was coloring in a coloring book, to be honest, and they went by super quickly. But let me know what you guys think, if you liked the colors or not, and we're gonna have the final reveal here soon, so I will catch you in a bit. Okay, guys. Are you guys ready for the final reveal? First, we got... Ready? Drum roll, please. We gotta say it.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Pikachu! I'm sorry, I had to pull that prank. I had to pull the prank. Okay, actual reveal. Final evolution of Browt! Oh my gosh, this one came out very interesting, I'm not gonna lie. But I thought it ended up being pretty cool. Yeah, I'm super excited. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Can't stay on one for too long. Alright. Ready? We have to do it each time.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Gecqua! This one turned out a lot better than I had initially thought. I'm really happy with the design. Of course, there's things that could be improved, but I really loved it. Okay, next one. Final one. Ready? Say it with me.
Who's that
Pombon! This one turned out a lot better than I had initially thought. I went back and I saw the tail and I was like, I could add a fire thing to this. So I did that. It ended up being so good. I'm so happy with this result. And here's the final lineup, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this. This was so fun creating. It's my first time designing creatures, so this was so interesting and fun and a fun challenge to do. Let me know if I succeeded, because, I mean, I think I did, for considering that I didn't think I was going to do well at all. Of course, there are things that can be improved, but really enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for coming along on the ride. I have many more challenges, art challenges, with new games coming out and new shows being released. I have little fun art challenges. If you guys have any ideas, please let me know in the comments. I'm gonna do it's my first YouTube video. I have to do the YouTube content creator thing. If you liked the video, please drop a like or subscribe, because I'm going to continue making videos like this on a weekly basis. And thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch all of you guys later. Bye!